Welcome back to another video on my channel. And today I'm doing a video that I haven't done before, and it is a football game analysis. This season I've recently moved from fullback to CDM. So last season I was playing a lot of right back and left back for my club at Nomads, but because of injuries and some other positional changes going on around the team, I got trialled out as a CDM earlier on in the season. Before we get into the video, I would like to say thank you for all of the support on my recent recovery video. Today's a Tuesday, and yesterday morning I put out the recovery video, and I've heard lots of nice things. People have come up to me at the tournament and said they enjoyed the video, so I really appreciate it. And I hope you can keep on enjoying the videos and the content that I make. So without further ado, I think that's all the intro stuff I need to do. Let's get into the first part of the video.
Okay, so this is the first game of the South Island tournament. Obviously, Nomads were in the blue, just about to, we're in our huddle, and then we break away, and then Suburbs are on the maroon colour on the right. As you can see, I'm not quite in the picture yet, but this was the first game of our South Island tournament, and I won't tell you the score. I'll just let you watch the game out and see all the goals. There you go, I'm just into the picture now, just doing a few jumps, just talking to Ben, I think that is, talking to Fraser, and I'm just, getting ready before the game. So let's get into the first action of the video. So coming up is my first involvement of the game, and the left back currently has the ball, and I'm just outside of the picture here, but I'll play it and I'll pause it again. So the left back plays it into Caleb, just there, who's the player who's just about to receive the ball here. And number 7, I'm still not quite in the picture, so I'll keep on playing it until I am. So now I enter the frame, and as you can see, I'm quite far away from both of the Nelson Suburbs players to my left and right, and I'm just focusing my sole attention on the ball right now. So Caleb plays a 1-2 with his centre mid, and now I'm in a bit of a sticky situation here because there's a lot of space in front of me and I need to close it down very quickly before Caleb gets the ball and moves forward. So I'm looking at the ball and there's a player on my left shoulder. So Caleb plays it to him, and now I know that I have to get out to this player very quickly and close him down. So the ball bounces up, and I put in a pretty weak challenge, to be honest, and it's not good enough, and they get the ball and move forward. But luckily, yes, we win a free kick here. It's a handball, so luckily I got away with that one, but my first involvement of the game was, I would say, a mistake. It was bouncing around, it's a very crowded area in there, and we're just pushing forward, seeing if we can get a shot off, and the ball bounces down, Jack gets a contact on it, but it's cleared away. And now the ball's coming towards me, and then there's Jay there who pushes on the player there. And I'm just looking to see if I can impact it at all or affect the play. I'm just waiting to see if the guy makes a mistake or that has a touch that's towards me that I can close down. So Jay puts some really good pressure on him here and forces the mistake, and I just calmly play it back to Jay and then back to Sam, and we retain possession. So the third action of the game, and you'll notice that this is pretty much straight after Sam passed the ball from the last play, and it may look very similar. It's because it is the same clip. So I'll play it out, and you'll see what happens. I'll just talk through it. So Sam plays the ball down, and Brooke tries to get involved here. He does really well putting pressure on him, and then Daniel brilliantly wins the ball back in midfield here, and Brooke quickly plays the ball forward to Anton. Anton takes a touch, tries to curve it around the keeper, hits the post, but Brooke's there for the rebound and smacks it in only about a minute into the game as well, so a really good time to score. And I'm running forward, giving him a hug here. I'm very happy at this point in time. It takes a lot of the stress off when you score early. So that was a really good start to the game for us. So here's my third action of the game. Brooke receives the ball and tries to dribble around their player, ends up playing it back to Jack, who does a lovely lacrosse critter. Takes 2 players out of the game there with that skill move. And now Brooke unfortunately hits the back of his foot, but it gets cleared away by the defender, and I'm here in the middle of the park, and this time I know I have to hit it first time because if I take a touch, I'm going to get closed down very quickly. So I can see Anton's up there in a bit of space, so the ball comes towards me, and I just hit it first time to Anton, and Anton gets hold of it and plays it back to Jack, and we keep position from there. Fraser kicks the ball long here, and the Nelson player, I believe, gets first to it. Yes, he does. And now here the ball's bouncing towards me, and it bounces up to my chest, and unknowingly to me, I do actually, looking back at it, I have a lot of time here, but I take a touch with my chest, and there's a bit of pressure on my left shoulder, and who I was trying to play it to was Archie, the left wing at the top of your screen there, but the pass goes horribly wrong, and it really isn't good enough, and it kickstarts another of their attack, but luckily Jay's there to sweep it up, and we keep on going. But actually, if I let this clip play out, they win the second ball here, and they actually manage to go on, and then there's a shot there, and Brock, their striker, has another shot, and they score. So I should be taking a lot of responsibility for that goal. If I made a better pass earlier on, that wouldn't have happened at all. So I was a bit gutted with that mistake, but I knew there was still a lot longer in the game, and if I didn't get subbed off, then I could try and make that right. So for this next clip, the Nelson Suburbs centre-back picks up the ball, and he plays a lovely long ball, through to their left winger, who gets the ball and plays it back to Caleb, their centre-mid here. And as you can see, I'm running over. There's a bit of space between me and Caleb, who's about to receive the ball, and I know that I need to shut him down as quickly as possible to not allow him any room. So he opens his body, and to me that indicates that he's going to try and switch the play. So as you can see, I'm still quite a while away from him. So I sprint pretty much as fast as I can and try and block down that opportunity. And this is one of the only times where me and Caleb actually go 1v1 in the whole game, I think. So this is quite interesting, and he cuts in and tries to play a switch ball. He does a nice drop with the shoulder, and luckily I managed to get across and block that switch. And Anton plays it forward, and he plays it to Haku. And there you can see I put my hands up in the air over my head. I'm very frustrated that Anton's ball couldn't find Haku there, because after winning the ball back, I knew I could have done a bit more with that. We could have done a bit more with that counter attack. It was pretty frustrating, but I had to keep going. Unfortunately, a little bit later, Nelson have a good spell down this right side, and they play a ball through. It's a hint of offside. It could be offside here. So pause the video. O'Reilly, our linesman, is doing his best, so it could be offside here, but the striker gets the ball through. Jay gets unlucky there, and to be fair to the striker, it's a brilliant finish. There's nothing Fraser can do about that one, but getting caught out on the counter attack like that was really disappointing. And that was actually my last involvement of the first half. We were 2-1 down from going 1-0 up inside a minute or so from 2-1 down with that 25 minutes in to the first half. And disappointingly walking off here, taking off my gloves. I'm pretty upset and pretty annoyed at my performance so far. I can tell you I did play better than this throughout the whole tournament, but being this one of my first games, there's no excuses really. So I get subbed off, not my best performance, I'll be honest, and Tyler comes on, and I make an appearance later on in the second half. But while I'm off, a lot is happening. As you can see, I'm just walking around there on the sideline. Fraser receives the ball, really nice commanding goalkeeping there. He plays a long ball through, I believe, and he's just waiting for us to get set here. Plays a nice pass to Haku, doesn't quite get on it, but they play a really long ball. This one's definitely onside, but a bit of a lack of communication here between Fraser and Jay. And Brock, their striker, takes a nice touch, and he manages to shoot it into an open net. So it was quite unlucky. I'm quite annoyed at that, going 3-1 down. Moving into the second half now, you'll notice it's the second half because we've switched ends. Nelson just about to take a corner, and it's, now the time's back. Well, the time's on the clock, and it's a 70-minute game, so it's almost the 50th minute. And Nelson have a corner, and they put in a really nice ball, and Brock, the striker, nobody picks him up, and he heads it into a pretty much open net to complete his hat-trick. He was quite hard to stop that day, and that's 4-1, and we're 4-1 down, and I'm still on the bench. I think I come on next play, but this is quite annoying, being on the bench after not having a good first half. Forward, Ben has a free kick, and he takes it, and Brock challenges for it, but he gets pushed in the back, so we get another free kick, and this time it's a lot closer to goal, and it's a really good opportunity for Ben, who's a very good free kick taker. He scored an amazing free kick for us last year against Christ College before he moved to the academy, and he's known for his long distance goals for us over the years. So I was on the bench, he lines this up, and it's a brilliant free kick over the wall, to the side of the wall. The keeper makes a brilliant save, but it rebounds to Jack there, and Jack's on the right place at the right time. Fair play to Jack, and he smacks it into the roof of the net. So that gives us a bit of a lifeline. It's the 52nd minute coming up, and it's 4-2. It's the 56th minute now, and we have a defending corner, and this is when I make a double substitution, and I'm coming on for Tyler, I believe it is, and Corbin's coming on with me, and both in midfield. So I'm looking to do a lot better than I did in the first half, and make a positive impact on the team, and hopefully get something from this game, being 2 goals down with only 14-15 minutes left, really. Here, I want to look to get on the ball, so I'm looking at the ball, and I look over my left shoulder here, and as you can see, I'm just looking to see if there's any really onrushing pressure on my left shoulder to see if I can receive the ball or not. So here, I run forward, and I'm calling for it. I want the ball from Jesse, and Jesse plays a nice ball here through to me, and I want to play it. Well, Ben's calling for it first time as soon as I really get it, but I do a body feint here, a slight drop of the shoulder to try and tell the defender that I'm going to the right and passing it to Ben. It doesn't really work. I take a touch inside to my left. So then Ben's calling for it. I think he was a bit annoyed that I didn't pass it to him on the actual day, but I do a ball roll and I play it back to Fraser. I think it was good for my confidence there, a good bit of composure, receiving the ball in a tight space and just retaining position. Coming up, I believe, is my second involvement of the second half. Yes, that would be right. So here, Ben's got the ball again, and I'm calling for it. I want to look to link with the centre-backs a lot more this half, and I believe that Corbin's been moved into CDM, and me and him are rotating. I'm at about centre-mid now. So I'm calling for the ball. I really want the ball here from Ben, but Ben opts to keep on driving and play it long through to Haku, who gets onto it really well. Brooke is applying a lot of pressure here on the goalie, and it's a back pass that the goalie probably doesn't want, and Brooke manages to win it. Haku has the defender do a really nice move here, and I'm running into the box looking to get on this. He was a nice cross through, and I'm just stretching looking to get on it, but then Brooke gets on it, and it just goes narrowly wide, and I collapse to the ground. I'm pretty annoyed, actually. I was really frustrated at this point and upset that we didn't manage to score there, seeing that we were 4-2 down, so I was really upset. But Brooke, to be fair to him, he was one of our best players this tournament, and it happens to him. The ball bounced up right in front of him, but it's quite hard for him to redirect it. But we had to go again, and we had to go again to try and find 2 goals from somewhere. So Ben has the ball here. He plays it forward to Jesse, and Jesse's driving in here. I'm in a bit of a hard spot for Jesse to pass to me, to be fair, but I'm still calling for it. And Jesse chips it up, and I duck away. But to be fair, I did think that Brooke, the striker, would be a lot closer to the ball, but still, if I'm calling for it, I should be willing to jump up and control it. In the end, we end up losing possession, and Jesse puts his hands up, but really that's probably my fault. They have the ball. They're looking to reset here, and that's probably where I should be, but we're playing quite defensively right now, so it allows them to play quite a high. They can play it around with it at the top. So in the middle of the centre circle, I can see the ball's about to be played towards him. So I'm sprinting out to him as hard as I can right now to try and stop that switch. And I'm a bit frustrated with myself, but the guy just got the pass off in time. And the ball comes in, but Fraser claims it nicely, and we look to get on the counter-attack pretty much straight away. Here, Brock has picked up the ball, and he does a wee body feint, cuts inside, and I fall for it. And then he cuts inside again, and my body position is, I'm pretty unbalanced right now, as you can see. I'm not showing him either way. I'm not in control here. So I'm standing straight on, which as defenders know, it's very easy to get beaten when you're standing straight on. So he cuts inside, he manages to beat me there. He beats Corbin, he beats Jesse, I think that is, or Sam. And he's throwing goal. It's a really mazy run, but Ben's there to save the day. It's a brilliant last-ditch tackle to stop what would have been pretty much a certain goal. So a really good defending from Ben there. So again, I'm looking to receive the ball here in this pocket that I can link up with Ben and Jesse. But Ben opts to go long again, and Haku does a nice scorpion touch, although it went out of play. I remember actually the South Canterbury fans who are there, you can see I just marked them. They loved that touch, and they were supporting us from that point onwards. So pretty much straight after that touch, Jesse applies some nice pressure on their player. The ball goes out. Haku takes the quick throw in down to Anton. Anton gets on the ball. He plays a nice ball in, and Haku wins at 50-50, and he crosses in, he slips over. I'm there, and he crosses in as they score an own goal. That's 4-3 with 9 minutes left, and I run to the keeper. I grab that ball, and I run back to halfway. It was brilliant determination by Haku shown there, and with just about 10 minutes left on the clock, 9 minutes plus added time, we could find an equaliser from 3 goals down. It could become 4-4. But right now it's 4-3 heading in to the last 10 minutes. Now, I mentioned injury time before, so this is why I'm talking about. Jay picks up the ball and plays a lovely ball through to Anton. Anton's pressuring there, and Anton's running onto it, and he slides. Instead of diving with his hands, he studs up. And from my angle, I thought this was a definite penalty. He gets the ball, but he catches Anton on the way through, and you can see the way he goes down. He's really hurt by this challenge, and he stays down. And the game stopped for a few minutes here, I believe. Yes, it is. And I'm adamant it's a penalty from my angle. I'm in the ref's ear about it beforehand, but unfortunately, it's not given. And yeah, it was a turning point in that game. As you can see, I'm kneeling down there. I'm pretty disappointed. Anton's one of our better players, and to see him get injured isn't nice on the first game of the tournament. So we go into a huddle. At this point, we have a wee team talk to sort of reorganise with like 10 minutes to go. And yeah, we talk through our tactics. And yeah, that's Fraser motivating the team, and Ben and Jay as well. So unfortunately, Anton does go off injured. Brooke comes back on, and we get the game back underway. So coming up is probably one of my better actions of the game. Nelson Suburbs have a throw-in down by our half, and this is the opposite end that we want it to be in. 70 minutes have been played, but the ref did say, I believe at the time, they're playing 2 minutes at a time, so we have 2 minutes to find a goal from somewhere. So the throw-in is played back to the 14. He's disguised the throw-in, but now, as you can see, I'm running as hard as I can out to that number 14 to apply some pressure, and luckily the number 14 makes a mistake, and I pounce on that, and I managed to win a throw-in. And the Nelson coach is calling for it. The Nelson players want the ball, but I take the ball and I play a quick throw down to Haku, who goes on his bike. He's the quickest player on the pitch, and we managed to win a throw-in there. And Haku's straight forward again, another down to Brooke and Haku, but unfortunately we lose out there. Next play is another long throw, and Ben's got it, and he does a brilliant long throw down here towards Haku, and the defenders clear it out, and here's a corner. This is deep into injury time now. 2 minutes have already been played of the added time, and we have a corner to possibly score from. It would be absolute scenes if we scored from this one with the last play of the game to equalise, being behind for 90% of it. So Haku runs short. I remember saying, no, don't go short, no, don't go short, because usually short corners don't go that well for us. So Brooke whips it in, and yeah, you might not be able to see, but I jump up for it and I hit it down, and that's me just there. And then Ben has a touch and takes another touch, and he hits it, but the player on the line clears the ball away. And that was just a changing point in the game. It was very upsetting, and unfortunately from the resulting corner, we don't really manage to do anything. And in the 73rd minute, the keeper picks it up and lies down. And at this point, I pretty much know it's over after playing 2 minutes, and we're into the 3rd minute at a time. And there it is, the ref blows the whistle. A very disappointing start to our tournament, although we can't be too upset because this team is pretty much a Youth Southern League team, so I've heard. So as a Div 1 side, we can't be too upset, but we could have done a lot more with this game being 1-0 up inside a minute. And I think that was the main thing that our coach was annoyed about, or definitely that I was.
So thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll look to try and do more of these videos in the future if I have an opportunity. I really enjoy doing these videos. They help me a lot towards my football journey, and hopefully they give you all as viewers an insight into how I play as a footballer and everything like that. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. I'll see you in the next one.